So the losses, they just keep piling up for Team That Certain Former Aquaman starlet with the biggest shills in the media on their side. Ones like Taylor Lorenz, the ones that went after me in the Washington Post, now locking down their accounts as everyone, and I do mean everyone, calls them out. When I say everyone, I'm talking about people like Oliver Darcy. Oliver Darcy works for CNN. Now, you and I, we're going to talk about what kind of loss this is, and I mean, it is a big one. It was so big, in fact, that the executive editor with the Washington Post decided that they're going to send out a memo admonishing other journalists to treat each other with kindness and respect. Yeah, they didn't treat us with kindness and respect. And like I said when it popped off, if these people want war, we will give them war. Fun times, huh? Fun times indeed. So hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day, by the way. I hope you are doing excellently. And if you haven't been keeping up with this epic loss for the media, this is a big one too. I mean, they set out, they wanted to do hit pieces. They wanted to take folks like myself down. They wanted to take other people down. They wanted to take Adam Waldman down too. And they get caught in multiple lies. Now, without going into every detail, I call out the biggest lie I see, whereas Taylor Lorenz is saying, hey, I reached out to that umbrella guy for comment. She never did anything like that. I put this on blast on social media, June 2nd, 2022. 8:31 p.m. Guess what happens at 9:44 p.m.? Taylor Lorenz tries to reach out, basically tries to backpedal, making it look like they reached out, and then after the fact, they try to stealth edit the article, making it go away. That doesn't work. People keep calling this out. You have the Washington Post issue a correction saying, I wasn't lying in that, even though Taylor Lorenz kept saying that. They lied about Adam Waldman, which I called out too. I wasn't lying about that either. They had removed that as well. But Taylor Lorenz never stops. She doubles, she triples, she quadruples down. She keeps coming after myself. She goes after other people as well. And when folks like Oliver Darcy call this out, and I'll show you what he's calling out in just a second, but this is what she has to say. Nope. Actually, this type of coverage is so irresponsible and dangerous, it's misrepresenting my words to amplify a manufactured outrage campaign by right-wing media and radicalized influencers, which is driving a vicious harassment and smear campaign against me. CNN is gleefully piling on, and then she says, don't fall for that right-wing conspiracy. Now, Oliver Darcy was pointing out that Taylor Lorenz was throwing her editor under the bus and that she was lying again and again. And remember, this is after doubling and tripling down, attacking myself and many other people, and that's after the Washington Post actually made some kind of correction. I mean, that is beyond insane. But look at what she says here. So many lies in this, and they are so easily pointed out. Last Thursday, an incorrect line was added to a story of mine before publishing due to a miscommunication with an editor, aka not my fault at all. I did not write the line and was not aware it was inserted. I don't write my own stories, guys. That doesn't look very good at all, does it? I asked for it to be removed right after the story went live. So essentially, you're saying you were just going to talk smack about myself. You were going to talk smack about another creator. You were never going to reach out to us. Hey, that's beautiful editorial standards. I love it. I love these journalists. Continuing. The line was a sentence saying that I reached out to 2 YouTubers for a comment for my story. The inclusion of the YouTubers was only in passing, citing another outlet's reporting. Now, it wasn't an outlet, by the way. She's talking about Social Blade. If you look up Social Blade online, it tracks metrics and it does ballparks for certain items. She misreported what Social Blade said. She basically took totals, she added to them to make it look sensational while trying to burn us down, and she got caught lying in the aftermath. Continuing. After the story went live, I reached out to both YouTubers mentioned in that sentence just to be extra sure there wasn't some sort of commentary they wanted to add. So she says, after the story went live. Now that gives you the idea that this happens right away, right? But if you look at the next sentence, neither provided comment for the story and both continued to post about me. So she decides that she's going to write an hour plus after the fact. She says she decided that she wanted this taken down though, but it's been sitting there for that long. Yeah, that doesn't add up. And again, what she's saying here is she's saying she meant to try to take us down all the time. Again, she is admitting that she was writing a hit piece, going after the way we feed our families and on. And really, because we supported a jury decision. That's beautiful, right? The mention of these two individuals was not remotely the focus of my story. It became a huge distraction. I spoke to over 24 creators from my story about the trial, along with other experts who are quoted in the piece. Are those real quotes, by the way? Should we find out about those? Did you really speak to over 24 creators? And does that diminish what you did and the intentions to what you were doing? I would say not. I mean, as the person pointed at here, yeah, don't like that. Don't like that at all. Continuing, this should have been a small correction for a miscommunication, but it turned into a multi-day media cycle intentionally aimed at discrediting the Washington Post and me. I wonder why that is. Was that because you went in and you corrected it and apologized? No. It's because you doubled and tripled down, you kept going after us, you decided to stealth edit it. You made this a story. We didn't. We have a responsibility, it continues, I love this too, to recognize these bad faith campaigns for what they are and when these sorts of things do and do not warrant acknowledgement. So you should have just ignored me here. Again, she lied about what they said. They tried to delete all the evidence, but hey, that was a bad faith campaign. I mean, yeah, you know who you need to complain at too? The Washington Post, because they admitted what you did. I'm extremely happy at the Washington Post. I chose to work here because it's a really incredible place filled with amazing, talented journalists and editors. Bad actors recognize the Washington Post's earnest desire to hear and incorporate feedback, and they exploit that. I don't remember the Washington Post giving me a voice at all. I remember them going out talking about things that were none of their freaking business. And like I said, if you want war with someone like me, I'll bring you war. I know how to punch online. I am not somebody that's going to sit back and say, ooh, they're coming after me. Nah, I've been there. I've been through this ringer before. And you know what I know? I know that these people, they bark a lot, but they don't have any teeth. Finishing this, I know that the stuff I write about and go through is hugely unfamiliar to the vast majority of people in the media. I have great hope that all of us can learn from this experience. Yeah, the mainstream backs one another and throws indies under the bus. Bravo. And remember, before she locked down, she tried to loop CNN and Oliver Darcy into a right-wing media and radicalized influencer campaign. Yeah, you can see how that would fail. Now remember, the Washington Post byline is democracy dies in darkness, and you can see exactly what they've been doing in the shadows. It's funny too, because their editorial, their writing saying that the Washington Post, it's committed to an inclusive and respectful environment free of harassment, discrimination, or bias of any sort. Yeah, they didn't extend that to any of us. In fact, again, they didn't apologize at all. They issued a correction, but their writer is attacking full force. They're defending them doing that while they're still going at it. Like I said before, if they want war, we will bring war, because one thing I've learned about the mainstream media, they bark a lot, but you know what? When it comes to teeth, yeah, we're the ones with bite. But anyway, let me know what you think about this. This is where it ends right now. I am sure too. They are still talking that smack. Let me know. Sub, you know that drill. Check out the links in our description too. We have shirts and all kinds of stuff. We have a comic book as well. But yeah, let me know what you think. Appreciate you being here. Going to end here. See you soon. Or see you until next time. I mean, it doesn't seem to end. And it's been glorious. I live for stuff like this.